Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Onwards! We have work to do. Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Come take a look. There will
It's time to
definitely be
move
something
on.
that catches your
We
eye.
shouldn't stay here.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Onwards! We have work to do.
There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Demasiados. Demasiados, Crinos. Llevas demasiados ya. Cago en la leche. No puede ser, tío.
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Xi-Sing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person. It's so frustrating.
You're just...
Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants. Have you seen Miss Ganyu, Traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu
Spoiler,
left for
¿no?
Jueyun Karst. She's the general secretary of the Liyue Qixing.
No mires.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after the latter had denounced Liyue, they still want to pay their respects to the Illuminated. They commissioned Ganyu as their envoy to deliver a letter to Jueyun Karst and bring the Adepti the latest news about the
Vale,
crisis.
de todas formas no estaré mucho. Pero bueno, si me tienen
Ganyu
abandona.
should have been back to her usual responsibilities by now, but she's disappeared without a...
Is that so? Maybe Ganyu just took a little detour. Who can blame her after working so hard?
Vale.
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Ever since we met Ms. Ganyu, she's been nothing but the most even when it's time for her annual leave, Ms. Ganyu stays on duty at Yuehai Pavilion saying there is still so much to do. She couldn't possibly be using her mission as an excuse to slack off.
Oh, Paimon sees how it is. But she's half Adeptus. She wouldn't get in trouble, right? Why do you look so upset?
It's because of this absurd workload of hers. When we first heard the three of us would be taking over for Miss Ganyu, we thought it would simply be a matter of changing our work environment.
We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us are used to doing. Speaking of Jueyun Karst, Traveler, I've heard that you can go in and out of the...
Of course! We've been there lots of times!
Ah, that's good news. Could you go to Jueyun Karst and find Miss Ganyu for us? Preferably before we collapse under this workload. We're saved. I remember Miss Ganyu said that she'd be visiting Cloud Retainers. It's about time she came back to work.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady Ningguang first and bring up our overtime pay again.
So Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mount Aozang? We should hurry up. person standing over there. That's Ganyu! We finally found her! Ganyu! Here you are!
You two. I did not expect to meet you here. Is it official or... I shouldn't. I have left the human world. Please contact the Yuehai Pavilion regarding matters
Huh? You don't want to be the Qixing secretary anymore? But they're all waiting for you.
That's why you're here? You want me to come back? I'm afraid...
What? Did something happen?
The clouds fold and unfold. The tide ebbs and flows. It was meant to... When the Adepti entrusted humans with overseeing Liyue, I knew it was only a matter of time until I had to leave. My Adepti blood makes me unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. I delivered the letter and came back to Liyue Harbor, only to discover that I had been replaced by perhaps that mission of mine was just a pretext to remove me. Since the Qixing gave me a chance to leave with dignity, I decided to be tactful as well. I appreciate your kindness, but there's no need for your words of comfort. After 1,000 years away, I came back to Jueyun Karst. Looking at the clouds floating among the mountains brings me peace of mind. I feel better now.
But...
Who disturbs the peace of these mountains?
Cloud Retainer? We're terribly sorry.
One merely jests. One felt your presence the moment you said...
Wow! You Adepti
Come here to chat about the old times with Ganyu. It looks like you get along quite well. A matter leaves you at an impasse then. Not to worry. One is exceptional at seeking avenues for conversation. One has been one's own companion in idle talk. Yes. Since you are Ganyu's friends, tales...
Oh, Cloud Retainer.
Nothing to be ashamed of. You were so cute as a child. One is most certain that your friends would like to hear of it.
Oh, Paimon wants to hear it!
Little Ganyu loved when the horns on the top of her head were caressed. When one was still taking care of her, one was pestered most often to touch her horns.
Wow!
Plump she was back then. Why, when she stumbled while we ascended the mountain, she would roll down to the bottom like a little ball. The day Ganyu bumped into a pilgrim was the first time she saw a real human in the flesh. So fearful she was that she hid in a rock's cleft for 2 days and nights. One found her wailing of a monster she had seen.
Cloud Retainer? Forget it. It's about time for my training. I will take my leave.
One's intention was merely to relieve the awkward tension.
And you did the exact opposite.
Be that so? But returning to Ganyu, most gladdened one cannot help but feel that remaining in Jueyun Karst shall not be good for... One will tell you more about her, if you should permit it. Most benevolent among all Adepti are the Qilin. They drink only spring water and eat only whole grain. But perhaps the mountainous dwellings of Adepti in Jueyun Karst might be too lonely for her human side. Under moonlight did one see her last. She stood by the precipice's edge, and upon the mist-veiled mountains she gazed. Her thin figure was immersed in the vast sea of clouds. One noticed her loneliness, and sought to convince her to go back to the human world. But just then, she said thus.
Liyue Harbor feels even lonelier than Jueyun Karst. When I look at the sea of clouds in Juyun Karst, I merely feel the loneliness of a solitary cloud gazer. When I step into the sea of people in Liyue, I feel the loneliness of an inhuman that doesn't belong in the human world.
One did, by chance, hear this much of Ganyu's thoughts. Alone, she will find her predicament hard to conquer. One hopes that you will accompany.
Whoa, Retainer's right. We can't leave Ganyu depressed like that. Besides, Liyue hasn't given up on... Anyways, what's that training Ganyu was talking about?
She has sought to reclaim her Adeptus side since returning to Juyun Karst. At her behest, one has organized training for her. She should be in the southern part of Mount Aozang right now.
Huh, is that so?
I'll scout ahead.
So here you are, Ganyu.
Why did you come here? Considering the kindness you have shown me, I can let you stay for the Adeptus.
Yay!
This trial was prepared by Cloud Retainer. Its goal is to help me feel like an Adeptus. The training is much to her signature style. I hope it won't make it seem like she is too unaware of the abilities of others.
Is it difficult?
No, I'm aware of your strength, Traveler. The power hidden within you is not inferior to mine. If you're ready, we shall begin.
There's a lot of gliding around. It does feel like something Cloud Retainer would come up with. a really awesome show.
¿Qué?
If you could see through the
No,
eyes of an
¿qué
Adeptus,
quieres?
you wouldn't be so surprised. Next on the agenda. We've completed the task. What do you think? I agree. You possess many qualities similar to those of Adepti, despite having none of their blood.
Ganyu, what were you planning to do once your training was up?
The training's not over yet. The part prepared by Cloud Retainer is only the first.
Huh? So there are more trials prepared by other Adepti?
Hola, Mario.
No. The only Adeptus who can unlock my true potential
Un
is...
segundo, ahora vengo.
Conqueror of Demons.
Huh. So it's Shao. That cold-hearted loner? How come he's prepared a trial for you?
I found him unapproachable at first, too. But I believe that being able to face him is an important part of my homecoming. He's already waiting for me. Come along if you're interested.
Of course we are. Let's go.
You're half an hour late. I see you still haven't abandoned the wrongful ways of humankind.
I'm sorry. I had a meeting with Cloud Retainer. I
don't need your explanations and don't require any mutual understanding between us. I'm just...
Xiao is such a strict teacher.
You're neither an Adeptus nor a human. Always treading the line between the two worlds. It must create a lot of Instead of explaining yourself to me, you should face your true self.
I have nothing to hide.
The body and the mind are one. If something worries your mind, your body can help you find a solution. The trial I've prepared for you will explore the true potential of your body.
Yes.
The trial's begun! Paimon can feel it in the air. Even the weather's changed.
We're way behind schedule. No touching. Born of ice and frost. I've completed your trial.
You don't have to report back to me. Seeking other people's validation won't... Only you can evaluate the result of this trial. You'll progress faster that way.
Understood.
Xiao always has such strong opinions.
From tomorrow on, I'll start raising the difficulty of your training, so you'll have to...
Have to do what?
Another one of those pesky visitors. I'll leave him to you, Ganyu. It's also a part of your
Pesky visitor? So even here there are those that Xiao can't deal with?
Oh heavens! Blessed be Rex Lapis! I've finally come upon the Adepti! Are all of you the Adepti of this mountain? Great! My name's Sin Chung. I came to ask for your merciful blessings,
Oh, so it's a pilgrim!
I am also one of the Adepti. You can...
Perfect! I didn't come in vain then. Although you sound a bit... What blessings can you grant me?
Wow, straight to the point, huh?
Dear Pilgrim, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. Adepti don't help
For free? Do you mean that you
that's not what I meant. What I'm trying to say is that everything should be earned through... It would be unfair to other people if you got everything you want.
Hold on. I've heard this all before. You're just like my old man, always nagging me.
Your father must have experienced it firsthand. A person of your age should focus on work and family, instead of chasing after fairy tales.
Are you a real Adeptus? Why do you speak and behave like us city folk? You sure you're not one of those swindlers who poses an enough! Doesn't matter if you're a real Adeptus or not. You're useless. I'm leaving.
Nobody's stopping you. Ganyu, don't let that guy ruin your mood.
It's not his behavior. The things he said... He was right. I thought that coming back to Jueyun Karst and devoting myself to training would make me... But being questioned by him made me realize that I... But... I'm unwelcome in Liyue Harbor. As an Adeptus,
It's true! Just believe us!
All right. I'll go with you to Liyue Harbor. If I'm proven right, I'll return...
It's a step in the right direction.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
I'm still...
Come on, Ganyu! We're almost there!
I suppose you have a point. It would be quite impolite of me to...
That's right! Where do you...
I've spent too much time in the mountains. The first thing that comes to my mind is the sea. Let's go for a walk in the port.
Happy to come with. The sound of the waves and the smell of the sea breeze makes me nostalgic. Ganyu, you didn't leave Liyue for that long. Why do you look so moved?
Well, I used to be so busy. I haven't taken...
Huh, that's true. Ganyu seemed to...
Well, when I think about my time here, I've spent most of it behind a desk filing documents. It put me in a certain mood, similar to the one I felt
Why, isn't it... I wouldn't have thought I'd meet you here.
This old man called her Little Miss Ganyu.
Allow me to introduce Uncle Tien. He is...
That's all right. Just tell them the truth. They have done so much for Liyue after all, and I am the one who was yet to introduce...
Uncle Tien is a member of the Liyue Qixing, the Tianshu.
What? This grandpa is a member, the same rank as Ningguang?
Hush now. I must ask for your discretion concerning my... Fishing in the port and strolling about are the greatest pleasures of my life. I have no wish to be followed around. In most people's eyes, I'm just a forgetful and word...
Uncle Tien is too modest. He's been around for a long time. There's no one who can replace a person.
Oh, little Miss Ganyu. Your kind...
Uncle Tien, a person of your standing should really stop calling me Little Miss Ganyu.
Oh, my apologies. It's not intentional, just a childhood... Thank you for looking after me when I first ascended to my position in the...
Oh, so you've been friends for many decades now.
Oh, I was just fulfilling my duties as the Qixing secretary.
Talking about secretaries... Oh, I don't know if I should bring it up. Ganyu?
Yes, she works at Yuehai Pavilion and she's my junior. How can I help?
I don't know myself, really. She's all grown up now and doesn't like... May I trouble you to meet her at Yuehai Pavilion?
With pleasure. Solving the Qixing's problems has always been in my job description.
She's back in character, just like that, huh? Let's move then, to Yuehai...
don't know why, but...
Indeed, it has been a while, Weishin. I'm flattered, but I heard that you've encountered some problems and came to see if I could be of some help.
My father asked you to come, didn't he? Abusing his status as a member of the Qixing to trouble you.
Don't worry. I'm always happy to help a junior colleague from Yuehai High Pavilion.
Ganyu's not only a competent secretary, but also a great mentor.
So, what can you tell me about the...
Ugh, where should I start? There are obvious irregularities in the tax declarations of 2 stores, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique. However, whether I question the shopkeepers or check their account without any evidence, my hands are tied.
I see. It's not uncommon for merchants to be blinded by greed.
Well, is there any solution?
Naturally. I've dealt with similar issues hundreds of times. Give me a moment to consider the best approach in this scenario. All right. Let's approach it this way, then.
Huh?
If I remember correctly, Second Life and Wanyo Boutique are old business rivals, competing for market share due to the...
In that case... I know what you mean, Ms. Ganyu. Ms. Ganyu plans to let them expose each other.
Exactly. Let's start with Wanyo Boutique. The owner's name...
Yes, you're right.
Aha! We meet again, traveler. And you must be from the Yuehai Pavilion? I suppose you're about to place a big order.
That won't be necessary, Mr. Bolai. Wanyo Boutique's credit is not sufficient to accept orders directly from Yuehai Pavilion. Should we need to place such an order, we would certainly go to
What? Second? Ugh. That rascal Dongsheng.
Well, Second Life's credit has always been excellent, and based on their tax records, their business is thriving.
Tax records?
Huh. Is there anything you'd like to share with us, Mr. Bol?
Don't let that rascal fool you. I know his dirt. If you don't believe me, show me his tax records. I'm sure I'll find some...
You know Second Life's business so well?
Of course. Ugh, their every transaction makes my blood... I'd rather lose money myself than see that rascal make some.
Well then, please look over this tax record. We'll review Second...
Oh, of course. I'll read very line by line and word by word. Ah, here, I found it. That exquisite wooden furniture set he bought from Fanmu Carpenters at the beginning of the year. Ugh, he even flaunted it in front of me. Look at the tax record. Not a word about that furniture. And he kept all the profit for himself.
I see. He must have gotten rid of all the documents related to this transaction. No wonder there was no trace of it.
I told you so. Just as I expected. Ugh, I can't wait to watch him squirm.
But, Ms. Ganyu, despite all this, can't he just flat out deny ever making this transaction?
He might have destroyed all the evidence, but I believe the supplier, Fanmu Carpenters, might still have some proof of it.
Aha, you're right. Master Lu from Fanmu Carpenters must still have the invoice. He wouldn't be swayed by the likes of Dongsheng.
I hope so. Let's go to Fanmu Carpenters. It should be near Xingsa Village. Thank you for shining a light on this case, Mr. Ball-Eye.
Oh, please, please, that's nothing. I just hope you won't be lenient with him once you find the evidence. That's the best way to show your gratitude.
I'm afraid I can't go to Xingsa Village.
It's all right, Weishin. You can stay in Liyue Harbor and finish your work. Leave the rest to us.
That's so considerate of you. Still, I'm sorry to trouble you like that.
Ah, welcome, welcome. How can an old carpenter like me help you? I'm usually happy to take new apprentices, but I'm afraid I can't take too many at once. But I'm always around if you're keen for a chat.
Xingsa really is full of lonely old people.
Hey, I heard that, Flying One.
Paimon's sorry.
Master Lu, we've just come to see you and ask you some questions.
Don't worry, I know. You're from the Yuehai Pavilion, right? Why would the Qixing care about an old man like me? Well, whatever. You said that you want to ask me something. Ask away, then.
You're very direct, Master Lu. I will be plain. We're looking for proof that Dongsheng from Second Life has been evading taxation. Dongsheng bought some furniture from you at the beginning of the year. Do you still have the invoice or any other record of that transaction?
Oh, it's about Second Life. It was a big order. How could I forget?
Sure enough, Mr. Ball-Eye was right. Could we perhaps borrow that invoice? We won't have any evidence to bring against Dongsheng otherwise.
Of course you can. But I'm not so sprightly anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
I only do my woodwork and display finished wares here at Fanmu Carpenters. As for old documents and such, I keep them all in a warehouse west of here. But some troublemakers have recently moved there, invading my warehouse. I tried to drive them away, but they just wouldn't leave. Since you need that invoice anyway, it may be best to get it from the warehouse yourself. And while you're at it, you can teach those louts a lesson.
So that's what happened. I see.
I'll leave you to it then. I need to get back to work.
Take back the warehouse, find the invoice. Time for us to show our stuff in a fight.
Wait, I think I saw one of those troublemakers. Ah, over there.
Oh, Paimon sees them too. It's one of the Fatui.
They must be plotting something against Liyue Harbor.
Maybe they're the scoundrels who invaded Master Lu's warehouse.
Ever since Osial attacked the harbor, the Fatui's reputation in Liyue has reached rock bottom. We won't cause a serious diplomatic crisis by getting into some small scuffle with the Fatui within our borders. You need not worry. Besides, I can already feel their malicious intentions. Consider it my intuition as the secretary of the Qixing.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go teach him a lesson.
Scoundrels!
I think you've had enough. About time you tell us your
Plan? What?
We just taught you a lesson, but clearly you weren't paying attention. If you don't spill whatever you're scheming against Liyue, we'll be forced to use harsher methods.
I'm telling the truth. There's no scheme.
If you're telling the truth, then why would you, a member of the Fatui...
Fine. If you really want to know, then...
About to...
Pick berries over there.
I must admit, I didn't expect you to come up with...
It's not an excuse. I rarely have a free morning. Think about it. I'm here...
Judging by how he...
So you have nothing to do...
Vanmu Carpenter's warehouse? I swear, I only came here to...
So it wasn't the Fatui who took...
I misjudged our...
XJ?
Yes, precise.
Paimon's it!
What's your choice?
I'll get back to my berries.
What a bittersweet ending.
I made a laugh.
No worry.